G'day Grooners! So I thought I'd do something really new for this. I'm just going to try this out, and I've called it Guru Gems. Some little gemstones and ideas and tips that I've picked up in my short time of running. So for me, and I thought I'd record it on a different camera. I don't know how this is going to come out or look, but yeah, depending on which hand goes down or up, yeah, it's a bit different to my usual format. So these are going to be very short and to the point, no messing, no fancy music, no dancing, woo-hoo, but give you some gems. So today's gem is about how to run a fast race. If you want to improve your time, there's a lot of people who talk about PBs, which is personal best, or PR, which is a personal record. Everybody uses different terminologies, but you want to beat your last race time. So if it's a 5K race, 10K race, half marathon, marathon, you want to beat the last race. Now, the top tip that I've picked up, especially for endurance running, this marathon racing, and I've picked up from other things, is if you want to beat your previous time, the way to go fast in races is to, now get your notebooks out, yeah? You ready to write this down? This is, for those who've been here a long time, I might have worked it out, but I've read this from other things, and it is very profound, yeah? You got your notebooks ready? If you want to improve your personal bests or your personal records, your PBs, your PRs, ready? Race less. Got it? Race less. Not raceless, restless, race less. In other words, do less racing. Yeah, when we race, and when I'm talking about racing, I'm talking about turning up to a race and running as fast as you can humanly do, based on your training or whatever. So when we race, we push our bodies to real extremes, and we damage our muscles and limbs and all sorts of stuff, and it needs time to recover. So whilst it's recovering, if you go and do another race and race hard again, if you continue to do that, then our bodies are going to fall apart. And I've seen too many examples. And I won't go through all those stories, but there's one, certain brands now, it's all about beat yesterday. And there was a story of this guy who was a 10K racer, and he used to go out training every day, and he would race a 10K. Every day, he would try and beat yesterday's 10K. After 6 months, apparently, he can't run anymore. He's injured himself so badly, he can't run anymore. So, my top tip, today's Guru Gem, if you want to improve your race times, and as I say, everybody runs for different reasons, yeah? If you're running just for fun, and the PB and the race time is of no importance whatsoever to you, and for some people, I think they call it tourist running, tourist racing, so you turn up to marathons, half marathons, whatever, and do lots of selfies and whatever, and do all that kind of fun stuff. If that's you, then maybe this doesn't apply to you, and you can carry on racing those in that particular race format. But if you're really out there and you want to smash it, and another example that to confirm that type of thing is, back in the day before a lot of the commercials or whatever, I was told if you look at the top marathon runners, Kenya runners, African runners, the amount of times they would race a marathon per year, how many races per year do you think they'd done? 2, 3, 4, 5? One marathon race a year. So all the training is around to that one race, and they would come back and get world records and do all sorts, yeah? And then they come back maybe a year later and do that. So one marathon a year. Now, we're told, because of the commercialism and all the sponsors, you'll get some of the top guys like Eliud Kipchoge, hopefully I've pronounced that correctly, will do 2 marathon races a year, a spring one and an autumn one. That's what the sponsors pay him to do, so that's what he goes out and does. But I'm sure if people had a choice, they would just do the one. So there's a perfect example of racing less to get a fast time. Does that make sense? So hopefully you can take this away. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, leave some positive comments below. Have you got any tips on how to improve your PBs, PRs, and how to do that? Then leave it in the comments